What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. You see the thumbnail, so you know exactly why you're here. I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. And I have a variety for you guys today, so you don't want to miss it. Please hit the like, subscribe, and your notification bell. That's how others find me here on YouTube. Also, if you didn't get a chance, check out the live I did yesterday called Tisha Got the Bill. A lot of you had things to say. It was very good commentary. So check that out and check out my commentary for episode 11. It was called Not Today, Baby Bulldog. That's what Melody said. Tisha was acting like a baby bulldog. So please check that out too. And you guys already know I appreciate every single one of you for rocking with me. So let's get into it. Okay. You guys, this just dropped. There has been some things that has been going down apparently for years between Russell Simmons and his ex-wife Kamora Lee, and his daughter has exposed all today. He has two daughters with Kamora, Aoki, I believe she's the youngest, and then Ming Lee is the older one. But apparently Russell Simmons' name is mud in, I guess, the Hollywood streets, the music streets, you name it. You guys remember he left the country a couple of years ago. I think right around the time Trump took office, to be exact. I remember him doing some lectures online saying, you need to do this right and do this better. And then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of things came out about him. It looks like someone may have pulled the trigger because, these people hang out in the same circle. So when he was doing all that mess with Trump, I guess Trump decided to pull some triggers was what it looked like. Because y'all remember a whole bunch of people was going down when their mouths were being open. But he ended up going to Bali, and that's where he's been hanging out ever since. I don't think he's come back to the United States since. But his daughter ended up releasing a video today. She didn't play the sound. She just wanted people to see how erratic he was acting. And a lot of people have said, Russell Simmons has two sides. So I don't doubt it. But his wife, his ex-wife, Kamora Lee, and his daughters have stood beside him. But apparently, according to his daughter Aoki, she said that this man has been terrorizing us, meaning the children, and my mother for years, and we're ready for it to stop. He's making threats against her career. Y'all know she just graduated, if I believe Yale or Harvard, just graduated, and she said that he's been making threats against her career as a model, that she can barely get a job as it is because of the name she carries with him. So it was absolutely frightening to see, and it broke your heart to see her tearing up and talking about her dad in this manner. But she put this video out here and she said, I'm airing you all the way out. I love this. I've said this before. I'll keep saying it. We need to see this behavior. We need to put these people in lights when they do these things, period. All things. Russell Simmons have been walking around telling people that people have been making things up about him, that, he's a good guy, he's a great philanthropist, all of these things for years. For years, when all of the accusations came out from different women saying that he had SA'd them, he came out and said it was a lie. There was all kinds of documentaries from different women who all shared the same story. You guys can look those up. It was awful, but this man has been able to leave the country, do his own thing, and he's been stripped of the power that he has enjoyed telling people what to do wherever he is. And now he's decided that he's going to unleash on his daughters and terrorize his daughters, terrorize his ex-wife. When he's not even here, he's going to, pull strings and basically prevent them from doing what they want to do in life unless they follow his instruction. Sounds like a narcissist to me, amongst other things. But this is a video that was dropped not too long ago. So I want you to hear what Kamora Lee had to say. She said this is her first time speaking out against Russell. And y'all remember, for those of you who grew up when I grew up, I remember Kamora being a model. I remember her getting married to Russell. I remember thinking, or just dating Russell. And I remember thinking, well, damn, isn't she just like 15 years old or 15, 16 years old? Because they never talked about it, and she doesn't talk about it. She talks a little bit about it, but she won't say what her age is. She's always protected this man when it came to that. But he owned a clothing line. And he did a whole bunch of things. He's basically the blueprint for what we see rolling out in the music industry. Okay, I don't know if he started it, but he damn sure perfected it, and a lot of people came in under him doing the same. So let's listen to Kimora real quick. And then we'll talk about this on the other side.
All of a sudden now the kids are brainwashed. All of a sudden now these young women who are grown women are babies. You know, they have their own relationship with you. You have your own not existent relationship with them. I'm just asking that you please leave us alone. You know, I've tried to go to lawyers and get help. I've tried to show all the crazy texts I've had to block. Like, you do crazy shit like send flowers to yourself and take a picture and post it on the gram and tell everybody I sent you flowers. Again, I have receipts of all of this. I have receipts from your office saying that you sent flowers to yourself without my permission. I have all of this. You guys have never seen it because it just doesn't warrant, you know, it doesn't rise to that occasion. I mind my own business. But please don't attack my children. They've been through so much. Don't attack. And all of a sudden now my family, which is supposed to be your family too, don't do that because you're at rock bottom. I don't know. Hypothetically, you're at rock bottom. You've hit the bottom. I don't know. You're grasping at straws. I don't know if this is a money grab. I don't really know what this is. I think it's probably all of the above. I have to say I think and allegedly and all these things just so I can be, you know, right in saying like my feelings and how I feel, what I think. But I met this person when I was in high school. My family.
So you heard her. She said she met this person when she was in high school, still protecting him and not saying how old she was. She's always done that. Always. I have followed Kimora Lee. Always thought she was like a beautiful woman. Really appreciated how she handled herself in business when she started doing the baby fat line and other things. And they were rolling in the dough, literally. This man has hit rock bottom. He has not had access to the power and the money that he used to have ever since he ran, to Bali. And he already had an escape plan. He knew what he was going to do the day it started. But you guys, this is crazy. Some text messages was also released. Let me show you that. And I believe that this is between his daughter, Aoki, and Aoki. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And Russell, so her father. She said, "You put us all in," and I'm guessing she's saying danger. She's like, "Just why? I'm out here praying for you and hoping that everything goes well, and you call my mother a piece of sh." And he said, "Neutral my A, don't even appear in your media, and your mother has stolen my money." So y'all remember Russell accused Kimora of stealing his money. This was when she was married, or was she even married to that guy? So she's been with 2 other men since then. She had, I think his name was Desmond something. He was an actor. I wish I could remember his name. Let me look it up, and I'll look it up and tell you guys to get it correct. And then she was married to a businessman. And actually, I don't even think she was married. I think both of them were just ceremonies without the paperwork. The business guy, I do believe, went to jail. And I believe that Russell attempted to sue both of them, saying that Kimora had stolen money out of his company and helped the last husband, quote unquote, last husband, with his legal bills. So he's saying that you stole my money, and sounds like Kimora saying that this wasn't true. She denied it from the beginning, but he said that you stole my money and the love of my kids as she promised. She is something. She actually is. Oh, that print's a little small. Hold on. And then it says, "I've had enough. I know that I may lose jobs or whatever. I don't even know. I was always daddy's little girl, and you could see that in the pictures, but he's been awful to me for years, and that's just the truth. And that's what's written in the little black box. So that's what Aoki's saying there. Then she says, you will never, I don't know if it's get to see me again. I'll never speak to you until you pass away. You die. She said, don't ever say that again. She said, she didn't steal it. You lost it. So she is definitely taking up for her mother here. And then he says, she's a piece of shit. Ooh, I apologize. I'm trying to figure out what he's putting up here. Aoki responds, understand you lost it with your actions, period. You lost it because of who you are as a father to me. That's what she's saying. I'm no longer going to speak to you. I won't speak to you until you pass. I have no intention of seeing you. You heard Kimura say, this man terrorizes her, basically sending himself flowers and making it seem like it's coming from her. Honestly, I thought that they had a decent relationship. I mean, I thought they had a good co-parenting relationship. And I thought I've heard them say in the past, even after they divorced, that they were still family. So this is completely different. Okay. Now let's hear what Miss Aoki has to say. Again, this is his youngest baby. Ming Lee is his oldest. He had 2 children with Kimura. But let's hear what she has to say.
Because I don't like to have trouble for my dad. I have defended him every which way about stuff that I don't even know about. I was like 15, not knowing what sexual assault was, and I'm still defending my dad. Like, my dad's a good person. I've been a good daughter my whole life. And so you're not going to say that I'm ungrateful or awful. This man is awful to me. He's done awful things to me. And I'm so tired of it. And everyone just says, everyone loves your dad. Everyone you work with loves your dad. No one's going to back you up. No one's going to have you model for them because they all love your dad. And he's a terrible person. So if I never get any jobs ever again, then like, fine, I will go be a lawyer in the entertainment industry because I shouldn't have to lie or be bullied by a child. I have made so much about this, and we all say, please stop. I don't want drama. I love my family. I'm sure we'll all work it out. It's going to be okay. And I don't post anything because I want to have a peaceful family. But this is abusive at this point. And I really feel like my career is over, and it's fine. It's just... and he threatened me with that too, so... Maybe my career is over. You know what? I used to work at a refugee camp. I'll do that again. I'll be a doctor. I don't give a fuck. And I can never get a job in entertainment again. But you cannot just abuse your kids behind closed doors and not take accountability. Maybe I'll regret this when I'm older and I wanted to be a model and now I can't be. I don't know. But you don't get to do this. You don't get to do this. I'm sorry. And something tells me deep down that I'm gonna, I'm not gonna regret this. You don't do that. It's wrong. And we all say,
oh, wow. Okay, so you guys heard that. That was heartbreaking. I hate to see this. I hate to see it, but I do believe that that we heal ourselves when we can see other people's things, whatever their family drama may be. This is real life for them. So we get to heal ourselves sometimes when we're seeing this kind of thing. And I think it does help to expose it. It helps to expose it. Okay. It puts things in checks, not in checks and balances. And I can tell you that I did see Russell saying, I'm sorry, apologizing to her, trying to reel her in so that she wouldn't tell. He's been on a reign of terror for a minute. You only do that when you know you can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you guys can let me know what y'all think about all of this in the comments, but this was hard. This was hard. Okay. I told you guys that I was going to bring someone to my channel who had a, crazy, horrible experience at a job that she used to work at. And it was with a narcissistic boss. And so I want to get as many stories about this on my platform. Your boss, your friend, romantic partners, parents, we need to talk about this so that we can know that we're not by ourselves, that we can put a name to it, because sometimes when it's just happening to you, you don't actually know what the hell it is. Okay. You just know that you're being beat up, you're being picked up and made to feel like you're on top of the world, only to be dropped like a wrecking ball. So these things are important. Let's keep talking about them. Let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments. Okay. Now, since I started that, let's talk about another person who just said that they were a narcissist, self-declared narcissist. And this is Rashid. You guys may remember him from Ready to Love season 3. He actually proposed to the lady he was dating on that show. Her name was Simone. He proposed to her in January of this year. Actually, January of this year, he put a ring on it. One of the things that I found interesting about Rashid, amongst many, is that he was a good friend, or he is a good friend of Maurice Scott and Marceau Scott. I remember him being on, if I'm not mistaken, a platform that Maurice had where he was, asking them questions. Actually, I think it was Maurice went to his platform, him and Kimmy, and they were talking about how they got on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Him and Simone were actually interviewing. So that's what I saw. And then I saw Maurice and Marceau go to his platform on another occasion, talking about marriage and relationships, things like that. I believe that these guys are all frat and they went to the same college. So giving you just a little bit of background. But on Saturday, it looks like he was trying to get ahead of a story. And that story is that him and Simone are no longer together. Simone has not come out yet and said anything, but he spilled all of his beans, from literally, he talked about his parents from the time they met to the time they married and conceived him. All that he told the entire kit and caboodle. But she ended up breaking up with him, according to him, because she found out that he was broke. He said that he has been living this fake lifestyle, and she's a lawyer. She seems like she's pretty, well off. She's well to do, and he was giving her the impression that he could meet her where she's at, and he could not, according to the things he said, including taking off the rings, taking off his watch, saying this Rolex is fake, took it off while he was doing the video. The necklace, the rings, took all of it off and said, these things are all fake. These things are all fake. And I'm going to stop the nonsense right now. He said that when he was on the show, there was a woman by the name of Denise. I don't know if you guys remember her, but Denise, he was dating Denise seriously, and he was dating Simone seriously. Denise ended up looking pretty kooky when her and Rashid called it off, or Rashid called it off with her. She was really trying to, take that relationship on and win the game. But somewhere along the way, she was like, he's a narcissist. Like, he's telling me things you guys have no idea the stuff he's been telling me. He is a complete and total narcissist. And in his video on Saturday, he said, she's right. I am a narcissist. And he went on to say, I apologize, Queen. Then he tells this very long story about how he was in special education classes from the time he entered school until basically high school. So all of his elementary and middle school career. Then he said that he got into sports in high school, and then he got popular because of the sports. He got a lot of notoriety, and he started dressing well. I think he said he always dressed well, but people started looking at him differently. And he said he started doing a little better in school. So he came out of those special ed classes. However, he said that he picked up a new skill, and that was manipulating people to make them see him the way he wanted them to see him, so he could carry on these huge lies like, I got money, or all of these things, right? He said, I basically learned how to perfect it, and I've been doing it. He said he's been doing it his whole life, with all of his relationships, whether they were romantic, friendships, or acquaintanceships. He said he knew how to make you see him the way he wanted you to see him. And he said that he wanted to stop it as of the day he did the video, which was on Saturday. So that was really interesting. If you guys didn't see it, you should go look at it. Interesting video. But he said that he is still holding out hope that he can get back together with Simone. But I I don't know, lying about who you are, lying about how much money you make and all that type of stuff before you walk down the aisle. Like, you literally put a ring on this lady's finger 6 months ago, but you guys have been dating. I think Ready to Love is in season 7. So y'all been dating for some years, I think. So at least 3 years, and she didn't know any of this stuff about you. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, because my guess is Simone's going to come out with a story, share her side, and if he did strip himself to bare bones and telling his story, good for him, because I'm sure Simone has some doozies that she's going to share herself. Imagine having the wool pulled over your eyes like that. At least she got a chance to find out before they said their I do's. But you guys can let me know what y'all think about all that in the comments, okay? Let's get to the next. Okay, let's talk Miss Melody Cherie. I told you guys I had posted this on June 3rd, but I told you then that there were six episodes left or remaining. Now we have 4, 4 episodes left, and then it's going to go on hiatus for until the next part. We'll get that mid-season finale, right? But I wanted to just say this. It sounds like Melody had a phenomenal Saturday with her name changing and all that good stuff. And then Sunday in her performance, she ended up posting this message saying, "Woo, finally have a chance to breathe. I just wanted to say this weekend was everything. God, I thank you so much. Thank you for showing out as always." That's the hashtag. And then I saw that her mother also posted that there were some big things coming. So it looks like this family is in a very good place, and that is amazing. Congratulations to them. I know that a lot of people on the live on Saturday had a lot of different opinions, and I love that. I love when we have different opinions about what we see and do, because it truly does help us learn and understand people better. But there was a lot of different opinions about Melody being on the show and what's going to happen next. We've heard her say a couple of times that, more than a couple of times, that when she's ready, when God tells her to go, God tells her to go. So we're all sitting back and waiting to see what she chooses next. However, I just wanted to say that Melody's journey has not been in vain. There's been so many people that were able to relate to her story, to make decisions about their own lives based on their story, and really see a hero in Melody so that they can do certain things for themselves. So I just wanted to say that for you guys, and you guys can let me know what y'all think in the comments. Also, I wanted to give you guys another update, because during my live, there was a lot of people in the comments. There were people on my panel who said that it was possible Martell and his ex may have gotten married. But I believe when we were on the live, that was cleared up in saying that she was a bridesmaid, not a bride. Okay. And then people also were very curious about whether or not, because we did hear Melody say that she had some legal things going on that she was not allowed to speak about. But we heard her say that, and a lot of people were curious if there was a marriage for the purpose of not compelling Coleslaw to testify against Martell. And someone had dropped this very interesting note in my comments, so I wanted to share that. They said that he could definitely be prosecuted under a Class B felony for extortion of P. Even if she married him, referring to Coleslaw, it happened before the marriage, and both of them could still go down. And Melody possibly, okay, filed charges before they even allegedly got married. So what people are saying now is that, and I just wanted that actually sound correct, and I wanted to share that. Let me say that that it would have been an attempt of extortion, and he admitted that when he was in the Queen Sheba interview. So you guys, again, we need to just be keeping eyes on all things, because you never know what we see, how that literally will roll into something else. And that is all I have ever said. When we watch or see, we think, we learn, we speak. And just someone posting a video, which it looked like a lot of people went over to watch, even though there was a mute movement. a lot of people went over to watch, it basically uncovered more details on what can happen next. And that's what we want, right? So you guys can let me know what y'all think about all that in the comments. And then let's get to the next topic. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about RHOA because they had some serious moments that I found interesting, starting with Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore has some embryos remaining from her first IVF cycle where she had little Brooklyn with her cute self. Well, Miss Kenya would like another baby, and she wants to use the embryo that she created with her estranged husband Mark, who she's still going through a major divorce with. But the producers asked, "Hey, girl, why would you even consider this, considering what's going on with you and Mark?" And she said, "Because I want my child to have a sibling that has the same blood ties. I don't want to have you know kids with a bunch of men everywhere." And even at this point, Kenya's 52, so I don't think that would happen anyway. I think she's 52. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But I will also say that she said Mark signed over the rights of all of the embryos to her when they first got married or before they had gotten married. So it sounds like when they were in the better or healthier part of their marriage, he was like, "Go ahead. You can take all the embryos if anything happens next." But I wanted to know what you guys thought about her moving forward, because it sounds like, according to her doctor, if you watch the show, the doctor is advising her that she does not move forward carrying those embryos herself, that she uses a surrogate. Um, I wanted to know what you thought if that was the case. Now that they're in this contentious divorce, Mark had already said last week, "Sign the damn papers. You're holding this up." And now Kenya's saying, "I still have these embryos. I'm still making babies." So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Do you feel like she has a right? Again, it looks like it had already been signed and the I's dotted, T's crossed. And just so you know, if you ever went to a fertility clinic as a couple, they do make you sign that paperwork up front, because clearly people have a change of heart when things go bad. So sign it up front the same way you would do like a prenup. Basically, it's a prenup for the embryos. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about Candy when she's having this moment with Sheree. She's making this come on, Sheree face. But Sheree's telling her, "You don't support me and I support you." Candy said, "Well, I tried to support you, but the clothes that you had on the runway aren't even the clothes that you sell on your website. The clothes on your website are all from Shein." And she went, "They're not from Shein. They're She by Sheree." And then Candy makes his face like, "I'm not gonna sit here with you while you live in La La Land and you want me to be there too." So I wanted to hear what you guys had to say about this moment on RHOA, because I found it hilarious. And I'm glad that somebody checked her, because I said that on my channel. The clothes on that doggone website are not the clothes that are not the clothes she had on the runway. That was the big finale scene. So why can't we buy those clothes? Those clothes were actually banging. But we already know why, because the designer already aired that one out. So y'all can let me know what y'all think about that, okay? And then the last one is Marlo wanted to clear the air with Candy. So I don't know if she was being forced to or what, but she ended up sitting at the table with Candy and the rest of the cast, and things got ugly, okay? There were a lot of people taken up for Candy, and Sheree said in her confessional, can Candy talk for herself? All of her little baby bulldogs seem to be jumping in and trying to take up for her. Candy is grown. She can say what she needs to say on her own. Let me know what y'all thought about that, because I did feel like there was just too much animation with the rest of the cast talking for Candy. And when Candy said, okay, let her talk, everybody just died down and stopped talking. I was like, whoa, she has some power with the rest of this cast. But let me know what y'all thought about Marlo. Was it sincere or no? Because we did see a scene. They gave us a flashback where she goes over to Candy's house, sits down, tells her the story, starts crying. Candy gets up, consoles her, hugs her. Candy's daughter was there, also hugged her. So it did feel like Marlo was putting on just a little bit. But Marlo said, "My problem with Candy is that she didn't send condolences to my family, because I guess the family thought she was tighter with them than that." I don't know, but y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments, okay? That's pretty much how I'm going to wrap this up. That's 30 minutes worth of conversation. I will go live a little later so we can talk some more. But right now, you guys, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and your notification bell, because that is how others find me. Like I said, let me know what you think about all of these topics. Russell Simmons, Kamora Lee. Oh my goodness. What is going on with the children? Let me know what y'all think about. And then, of course, this thing is playing out. Kamora and Russell are some high figures in Black pop culture, right? There's no denying that. But we saw this man fall all the way from grace. So I need y'all to tell me in them comments how y'all feel about what you're seeing right now. And I know who you're going to say it reminds you of, okay? For sure, for sure. Then I want you guys to tell me what y'all thought about Rashid and Simone, and him basically saying he's been living a fake lifestyle, that nothing about it has been real, and that he's been faking the funk since he figured out how to do it in school, high school, I guess. And then let me know what y'all think about RHOA. And until the next time, I will see you guys. Bye-bye.